Hey, good morning everyone. Today starts a new day. Today we are going to start on the Vardo. I'm going to bring it out. I have some things I need to do to finish it up. And I've been waiting as you know, I couldn't do it all winter because of my two knee replacements and pneumonia and flu and just plain winter. So you don't want to do as much during the winter anyway. Chickens, they're excited to be out. They would be out all night if I let them. So today I'm going to move the Vardo over onto the concrete, and the concrete, I don't know if you can see that, is covered with gravel, the residue from winter. So I've got to sweep that off and clean it. The first thing I want to do is move the front axle further back because, another side note, I had to charge the electric solar station, power station, but you can see as it sits, it's not even touching the ground, and this is extended all the way. So I need to move that axle back to get the front to come down to get some weight on that. So that will be a project for me. I want to get it on there so I can get underneath with a creeper. That's going to be an adventure with my knees. It shouldn't be bad because once I lay down, I'll be fine. But it's in the 20s Fahrenheit right now. You can see it's snowing just a little bit. But that's definitely warmer than 10 below. So we'll get that over there, and then I may wait a day or two for it to warm up before I do that. But I can turn the heater on inside, and I can be inside doing trim work and finishing it off inside. So first thing, I guess, is to sweep off the concrete. Before I do, however, there's something I need to show you. Hold on. Hold on to your socks. Be right back. Look at this. This was a piece of fascia on a house. Some folks that I built a garage for 3 or 4 years ago, this blew off of their house, on the front of their house, and it blew out onto the road and got run over. So they asked they knew I had a metal brake, so they asked if I could replicate this, and they said, you know, while you're at it, why don't you make two? So we're going to, just for a minute, go out under the overhang on the metal brake and bend some metal. Oh yeah. Vehicles do wonders for metal coil stock. Clunk. So I already sketched out on paper all those measurements and the angles, so I know right where to cut it. Okay, and so I really don't need this, except I'll keep it out here just for reference. So I can stare at it periodically. Come on over closer. It's always this battle with a matter of distance, isn't it, to get a good close-up look and whatnot. So I have the roll of white coil stock on here. This has a tape measure already on it, so you can pull it right out to wherever you want. This slitter will cut it off at the exact spot for length. So the piece that they had, let me verify that, was 10 feet. So, and that would be typical with a metal brake. Most of them can do 10 feet, 6 inches. So I'm dragging this out past just a little bit. So the slitter this is so handy. You just pull it away a little bit. Next, now we'll do some cuts, bends. Actually, the first thing will be to do a cut at 12 inches. So these are made, on one side it has measurements for bending, the other side has measurements for a cut. So I pull it out to 12 inches, snug that up. Then out here, I just pull these out to catch the piece after we rip it. Come on. And cut at, it's dusty out here, 12 inches. So then you just pull those tabs up and the metal will bump up against that. This opens and closes the mouth, so to speak. So then you have to, with one person it's a little bit difficult, but you get used to it. Yeah. Okay, so that's right at 12 inches. I imagine that this is stiff this from sitting all winter. Okay. Always return the slitter. Okay, now we're going to put this back in and do the first bend. Won't be using these anymore, so they'll actually be in the way. Not very warm out here. Okay. So now I close that down just to snug it up a little. And the first measure, I can put this right down here now. First measurement is 2 1/4. Two and a quarter. So it has 2 handles here. Two handles here for bending it. I want this bent at a 45-degree angle. You kind of have to go. Oh, you didn't tighten it, knucklehead. 2 1/4. Wow. Okay, now it's tight. So just grab those handles and pull it up to a 45. Kind of just feel it. Okay. The next one will be 2 1/2 inches. So we have to pull this out and flip it over to do the next bend. This stuff will bend if you just look at it cross-side, so you have to be very careful. So 2 1/2. And this will be at a 45 again. It's so that we bring it up to an even, so that this under here will be the same plane as this one. Something like that. And now we flip it again. With each bend, this metal gets stiffer. So 2.5, now we want 2.5 again. 2.5, 2.5. And this time, it's another 45. Grab those handles. Now we have something kind of to look at. We want to have get the same plane here as the one underneath. That looks good. Next is going to be a little baby bend. This should be interesting. So it's 3/4 of an inch. And just to point this out, if we're snugged up, right at this point, that point right there to there is 3/4 of an inch. And that's generally the least amount that you can bend on here. So I'm pretty sure that's why whoever made this original piece had it at 3/4. Good. Okay. That's good. And we flip it again. A lot of bends on this. I always go slow with this because the edges are really sharp. Having been cut many times. This one is 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Huh, perfect. That's the final bend. So we're coming all the way up to a 90. And if everything came out perfect, this would be 1.5 inches. It looks like 1 3/4. And that actually adds up because this is exactly 12 inches. The measurements they had would have had the total width 11 3/4. So I'm totally satisfied with that. So there's one. I'll bend the other, and we should be good. All right. There's the 2 new ones. There's the old one. Okay, all cleared off, ready to go. We have to go pack up, make sure the Vardo is ready to move. Let's go take a look at that. Yeah, you can see it needs some weight put onto the front. And that's a big gap there between the wheels. So I'm going to move that back at least probably 1.5 feet. I'm going to see if I'm almost to the back of the frame with this one, so I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Before I fold up the platform, I just want to show you how it weathered through the winter. Everything held up really well, except over near the window. You can see this board right here is down. I've got to force that up and re-nail that. Looks like just a little bit there, those two spots. So I'll fix that up once I get moved over there. Other than that, I think we're good. Well, that moved so much easier than I thought it would. I slid it back probably over a foot and a half. I've tightened, let's see, where are we? Tightened those bolts. Now I'm going to tighten the back ones. And I've tightened it over on the other side already. So I'm coming out of here in about 2 minutes. There. You can see I moved that back quite a bit. There's a good 2.5 inches clearance there. Let's see how it looks after I lower the front down. Kaya, you checking it out? Good job. Well, I just spent an hour under there. Fortunately, not on my knees, but so we were. Let's lower it down. This is way up. Hopefully, it'll come back down to civilization. It was 19 3/4, I believe. Let's just. I am really curious how much we gained. Okay, that's where it was sitting on the trailer. So it looks like it did have some weight on it. And it went down to, when it was 18 1/4, this was not touching. That's 18 1/4. Nice. 17. It's just barely touching, but it's down all the way. Let's go see how close the axles are to each other. That's good. I love that. That was so worth the time. Well, I wonder if I can pick that up and get it. I need to get that block off of there. All right. Let's see. See if I can pick it up. Oh, yeah. But right there, I can't pick it up past that very easily. I mean, I don't want to tear stuff apart. It's going to have good tongue weight. I am excited about that. I think I've cured the biggest problem that I had. I know a lot of you folks think I have other problems. Probably right. My legs still don't bend very well. Okay. Just took the 6x6 off, and it dropped. That is perfect. I'm going to leave this under here, and I'll jack it back up. And then I can just level. Come on. I'll level the trailer inside so that it's comfortable working. It should be all set. I am so happy. I've thought about this all winter, amongst other things, knees and. Anyway, okay, we are good. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. We're all set, and I'm ready to work inside now. And it's only supposed to be in the 30s Fahrenheit for the next 10 days or so. So I'll be able to turn the heat on, check that heater out, make sure it still works. It should. The power station is all charged up, and we're ready to get back into it. So see you later. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd appreciate that. It means a lot to me. And share it. Hey, and watch it again. See you later. Hey, good morning, everyone. Today marks the day. Today starts to mark.